Good morning. Welcome to your Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast on Sunday, April 28th of 2019. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and our daily lives to create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. And today we're going to talk about decluttering the heart and being the love we wish to see in the world, and the love we wish to be in the world, which leads us, guides us to the peace we wish to feel in our hearts and in our bodies and in this vehicle that we've been given to travel on this planet Earth, that we're integrated into, that occupies the space we're in. So many of us, I think, come here and then we acquire somehow, and I'm sure it's part of our life journey and soul lesson, but we acquire this feeling that we don't really have a right to take up space here. And then we have a really hard time being present in our bodies and taking up this space and feeling like we have permission, we have the right to actually exist. You know, I mean, we're here, and there's so much purpose and intention in our being here. So on the logical sense, if you understand that concept, it's just, I guess, baffles the mind of how we could feel so strongly that we don't have the permission or the right to take up space in our bodies. But it's one of the common things we deal with as human beings on planet Earth. So today we're going to talk about decluttering the heart, and this is one of the signs of having a cluttered heart, is that feeling that we don't have that right and permission to exist and to take up the space we're in. Our mind is racing with thoughts, or all the to-dos, all the things we have to do, or we find ourselves losing patience with people that we care about, but we just can't help it. You know what I mean? Have you ever felt that one? Or those harsh judgments for those people who don't get it like we do, right? Because we always get it. And sometimes people don't, and it's really frustrating when they just don't see things the way that we do and don't get things the way that we do. And then there's the negative self-talk. Now, in case you've never experienced that before, I can tell you what some of that sounds like. Oh boy. You know, the classic. That another thing that keeps us from really occupying the space of our bodies is we don't like the way our bodies look. And boy, where does that negative self-talk come from? I'm too fat. I hate my thighs. I don't like this. I don't like that. You know, or that lack of belief in ourselves. You'll never make it. You'll never be able to have that. You've got too much of this and not enough of that, which is another big factor in giving up on your hopes and dreams. You know, that spark that you feel inside, or the thing you always wished you could have done, or what you wanted to be when you were a kid, and then you grew up and now here you are. You'll never have the opportunity to be those things. And that feels like a loss, a giving up on the dreams. These are all signs that the heart is cluttered and could use some help. Because at the core of every heart is that breath of spirit that was breathed into each and every one of us as we were integrated into the physicality in the womb. That breath of spirit that is pure love and pure compassion. And each and every one of us carries this inside, and each one of us at our core knows this. not just mentally knows it, but experientially knows it and feels it and is it. And it is the driving force that guides us through this life. It's the inner compass that keeps us always seeking. And this heart, in its state of love and compassion, knows that it knows patience. It knows endless possibilities. It's what inspires the hopes and dreams that we feel. And it even recognizes the pure beauty of your essence, your existence, even in your physicality on planet Earth. So take a breath and breathe that in. Feel your heart as best you can. And ask, can you use a decluttering session today? All right, well, let's come into our prayer and healing circle. The name of the one ever compassionate, most merciful. Let's come into our prayer and healing circle, sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee. So all of us coming into one big circle. You can imagine us being these huge beings of light circling the entire planet. Let the entire planet be our container, or our in the center of our circle today, because I think our entire planet could use a heart decluttering session. So as let's just imagine that, our circle encompassing the entire globe, with all of us sitting around it as our big, beautiful beings of light that we are. And as we come together, let's take a full and gentle breath together. And as you exhale, turn your heart center, the eye at the center of your heart, to face into the center of our circle. And let's let all of our hearts come together as one in the hub of our circle, with each of us connected by our hearts like spokes on a wheel, and forming the bowl of our circle, the wheel, the container. And as our hearts join together in the center of the circle, let's call on our source, the one. In the name of the one, we call on you. And let's just imagine yourself speaking directly to the pure essence of your source, to the light of your source. And let's call on your essence of your pure divine light to stream into the center of our circle, filling all of our circle, our container, with your pure light. As this pure light fills the bowl, the container that is created with our circle, it contains our entire globe. And each and every one of us, and let this light just stream into the center of our circle, filling our circle to capacity and beyond. So this light is overflowing and holding and surrounding you as well, supporting you. This light is the air we breathe. It's the ocean we swim in. Just feel this vibration of this pure divine light getting stronger and brighter as it fills all of our container and becomes the container that contains us, that holds us, that supports us, that loves us. And breathe that in with each breath, breathing in this essence of divine light, letting it fill your body and fill your heart. Let your heart center be your breathing portal. So your heart center is breathing in this vibration of this pure divine light with every breath. And as you exhale, let your heart relax, release, and soften, already beginning to declutter the heart. Inhaling in this essence of pure divine light. And exhale, relax, release, and soften. Allow your heart to receive this vibration of pure divine light. And with every exhale, just allow your heart to relax a little more and release some of the clutter, some of the tension. And again, calling on our source, calling on your essence of pure unconditional love. And again, breathing this into your heart center. As you exhale, relax, release, and soften. And this pure vibration of this unconditional love, inviting this and asking this to be streamed into the center of our circle, filling the container of our circle with this vibration, this essence of pure divine light and pure unconditional love. This is streaming into the center of our circle and filling all of our container, which contains our entire globe, with this vibration of pure divine light and unconditional love. And again, calling on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you directly. We ask you to please send your essence of your eternal compassion, the compassion, again, that is a state of being, that is the ocean we swim in, the air we breathe. It is eternal because it extends beyond our time-space reality that we perceive and is not dependent on anything in the material existence. It is the divine light, the unconditional love, the eternal compassion. It is. Let this vibration fill the entire container of our circle. As our hearts are facing into the center of our circle and breathing this vibration in, to let it fill our hearts and fill our bodies. And as this vibration is getting stronger and more vibrant and bright, it fills the entire capacity of our circle and beyond. And it is the ocean that we swim in. It is the air that we breathe. Just let this surround you and hold you and support you. Let yourself rest into this ocean, this vibration, a very gentle ocean, and the pure vibration of divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Now we're going to practice a breath. And this breath is from continuum movement practice, and it's called the lunar breath. And it's good for helping you to just drop into your body and settle in to be present with your heart, That's what I find it to be helpful for, and you can see what you find it to be helpful for. Now I'm going to describe it to you as you're resting into this space and breathing in this divine light and unconditional love and eternal compassion, resting into that ocean. And then I'll invite you to do it with me. And I'm going to describe it. It's a silent breath, so it's pretty silent. That's why it's interesting to describe over the phone, but I think you can get it. So it's made kind of in the back of the mouth, like it's done with the mouth closed. I'm going to do it first with the mouth open so that you can get a sound of it, but it's like as if you would make the like the HA sound, but it's made toward the back of the throat. And that breath actually in continual movement is called a cave breath. The lunar breath is then made with the mouth closed, so you can still hear it, but not as audibly, not as well. You can hear it kind of inside your head. It's still in the back of the throat, and it's like, but it's so I'm hoping that you can hear that. So it's made like a silent HA sound in the back of the throat with the mouth closed, and just a little bit of air will escape from the nose as you're making this sound. And as you make this sound, just try it out, see how you feel with it, and let yourself, as you're making this, just drop in and settle into your body to be present inside your physical self. And we'll do this together. Just take a full and gentle breath in and exhale with the lunar breath. And as you're doing this breath, just pay attention to your state, not to get too lightheaded or hyperventilate or anything like that. Give yourself breath in between and repeat the breath just several times, letting yourself just again drop into your body, into your physical space, and come to be present with your heart. And gently breathing. And continuing with that lunar breath. And just notice as things settle in, as you're able to settle in more into your body with each breath. Just notice as the state of your physical body, your energy body, your mental body, your emotional body, just notice what shifts as you drop in deeper and deeper as you continue with this breath. And again, being gentle with yourself, gentle with your breath, observing your body, observing your heart. Let's do 2 more of these, and then we'll move into the chanting. Full and gentle breath and now just take a moment and settle in and notice what you notice in your body. Notice what you notice in your heart. And if there's anything that's like wanting to move, to energetically unwind, to allow you to settle in and be more at rest in your body, let's allow that to move. And if your body physically wants to move, allow your body to physically move. Can be micro movements, can be bigger movements. As your energy wants to unwind from your body, to allow you to settle in and be more at home, sometimes it helps if we allow the physical to move so that the energy can unwind and release from the tissues. So just allow your body to move how it wants to move and to be how it wants to be. And breathing this in as we're still contained in this ocean of divine light, unconditional love and eternal compassion. And now we're going to just take a moment and be present with your heart. Remember all those signs we talked about that are signs of a heart that could use some decluttering. Just notice if any of that is present in your heart. Sometimes it just feels like the heart that feels that tightness and that tension. It can't quite breathe all the way. Or maybe you can't feel it. If you can't feel your heart, try this. Try rubbing your hands together. You know how when you rub your hands together and let some friction be built up between the palms of your hand as you rub them together. And then as you bring your hands apart slowly and gently, you can kind of feel that energy between the palms of your hands. Feels like you have a ball of energy between them. You rub them together and get that friction going. Then release them, pull them apart slowly and gently, feeling that energy between them. And now take that energy and place your hands over the center of your heart space, your heart energy center. And let that energy, let yourself feel that energy right under your hands into your heart space. And breathe, focusing your breath directly into that space beneath your hands where that energy is flowing into your heart center. And just feel your heart. Notice what you notice there. Perceive what you perceive. Do you feel the tightness, the tension? Do you feel the heartache, the pain? Do you hear the voices of the judgment, the frustration or the impatience, or the despair? Or perhaps you feel the joy and you feel the oneness and the beauty, and that's all wonderful too. All of these are things that pass through the heart. And at the core, underneath all of this, is that essence of divine light and unconditional love and eternal compassion that we called in to hold the space for us. This is holding the space that is the reflection, the mirror for your pure essence, your core of your divine heart. At the center of your heart, that inner compass that guides you and that is you. This pure essence we've just called in a mirror for that pure essence inside of you so that you can be held and know and feel that purity that's inside. As now we release and wash all of the clutter that keeps you from living in this space and living from this space all the time. The chant we're going to work with now is very simple. It is Allahu Allah Haq. And that's like a Q at the end of that, which is a K that's a little bit further back in the mouth. Allahu Allah Haq. And so as you're chanting or as you're breathing, let yourself breathe in Allahu Allah Haq. And as you exhale, let yourself exhale the same phrase, the same sound, Allahu Allah Haq. This means the one, as in the one source of all life force and all electricity that gives us life, all that contains and that is the love and the compassion and the beauty and the light, the divine light. And Allah Haq means the truth, the one, the truth, the divine truth. And as you breathe, let this sound code of Allahu Allah Haq, let that vibration flow through your heart into the center of your heart. And as you exhale, let it flow across through your heart and from the center to the outside, just cleansing that passageway from your pure divine essence at the center of your heart, your core energy, to that, like through the eye of your heart into the outer world, which is like cleansing all of the filters through which your pure inner self perceives and relates to the outer world. Like cleaning out that passageway, the line of sight from the eye of your heart to the outer world. So breathing in, and it's kind of hard to demonstrate that as I'm talking because it's hard to breathe in and talk at the same time. But you're breathing in Allahu Allah Haq and exhaling Allahu Allah Haq. And inhaling Allahu Allah Haq. The one, the truth, Allahu Allah Haq. And the truth is that pure essence of divine light, of unconditional love and eternal compassion. Anything else is clutter. And sometimes you might need that clutter to get by in the world. So if it's clutter that you think you're going to need after this session, feel free to just set it on a shelf next to you and let it know that you'll be back for it when you finish. But meanwhile, it's kind of like, just like showering, taking a shower, washing your hair, brushing your teeth, those things. You're just going to get the clutter out. And sometimes when you have to move your furniture to vacuum the rug, you're going to put your furniture back, but you just need to clean out the carpet. So inhaling in, Allahu, Allah, exhaling out, Allahu, Allah, inhaling, Allahu, Allah, and exhaling, Allahu, Allah. Allahu, Allah, Allahu, Allah, Allahu, Allah, Allahu, Allah. Allahu, Allah, 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 Allahu, Allah. Now, if there's any intention or prayer that you would like to make for this prayer and healing time, I'm sorry I didn't mention this earlier, but you're welcome to place that intention into the center of our circle, into this ocean of divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion, this ocean of patience and infinite possibility, where all things are possible and where all things exist, sometimes just waiting for you to ask. So if there's anything that you would like to make an intention for or a prayer for or ask for, go ahead and place that into the center of the circle. And continue with the breath, breathing in, Allahu, Allah, 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 Allahu, Allahu, Allah, 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 Allahu, Allah. And just breathe, and again, just really drop into, let your conscious body drop into your physical space, and drop in even deeper. Take a seat into your physical seat, and let your energy move through your hips, through your legs, your knees, your calves and shins, your ankles, your feet, through the soles of your feet and the tips of your toes, really grounding you into our planet Earth. And feel your energy move even beneath the Earth's surface, like a foot, 3 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet into the surface of the Earth. And feel your energy body interacting with the Earth wisdom, the elements in the soil, and let that wisdom of the Earth and all of the nutrition and the elements of the soil, let that move up through your energy body, coming in and infusing in with the energy of your light being. Filling you with the wisdom of the Earth and the light of your spirit, integrating into one incredible being that you are, which is what you are. Let it really come into your consciousness in a new way. And let yourself, let your energy body, your conscious body, just drop back slightly toward your spine. You rest into your body, drop back toward your spine, and feel the core, that vertical core of your body. Let yourself, as the light really streams into that space, just let yourself lean back into that and feel it and absorb it. And really become one with your core light body, nourished with the earth wisdom and anchored into the core of your physical space, your physical body, and grounded on planet Earth. And let me say that again. So let yourself lean back, your conscious body lean back toward your spine, and feel the shower of light that streams in through your vertical core, that core pillar of energy that runs from the top of your head all the way through your physical body, along the front of your spine. So let yourself lean back into that, to be showered by that, and to be infused with that light. Let yourself become integrated with that light, dropping into your physical space with your feet on the ground, letting that earth wisdom come up through your feet, integrating in with your light body. Anchored into the core of your physical body, grounded on planet Earth. So you are the integration of spirit wisdom and earth wisdom is a part of spirit wisdom. You are embodied and you are grounded on planet Earth to be the light you wish to be in the world and to see in the world, to be the love and the compassion we wish to see in the world, to carry the truth of the light that we wish to see and be in the world. So let's take a moment for gratitude. And as we feel the gratitude for this gift that we have to be in this world, let every cell of your being, all of the fibers of your consciousness, let every fiber of your consciousness bow in gratitude. And as you give thanks, these cells of consciousness, they open up and anchor in even more deeply into your conscious body. All of these gifts that you've received, the light, the love, the compassion, the truth, the earth wisdom, the state of being, the forgiveness, the patience, the trust, that knowing of your pure core, your state of existence, your essence, your truth. Let that all anchor into your core. Let that be you. Let you be that. Allahu Allah Haq. Allahu Allah Haq. Well, this is a meditation that you embody and you allow it to integrate in with you. It's not something you do and then come away from and then go out in the world. It's what you carry with you and you be as you move forward into the world. It's something that is with you and it is anchored into your consciousness and it transforms you. And as you move through the world, you carry this with you. It is a state of being that has been within you all along, and it helps if we can declutter the heart space so that we can each time more and more feel and experience and embody this state so it becomes more and more a natural way to be. And we recognize more and more each time when the heart begins to get cluttered, and we can return to these exercises, these practices, to help to keep the heart clean. In fact, it's best if we can do some sort of heart cleansing breath, chant, movement, whatever that is for you, that is going to work best for you. And I invite you to use this practice if this works for you, and do it every day, every morning, but when you wake up, every evening before you go to sleep, and let this be something that attunes you into your body, into how you want to be in the world and what you want to see in the world. So I invite you to ground that in, to open your eyes if they're closed and connect with the space around you from this state of being and feel this light, this vibration in your body as you connect with the space around you, and let yourself just practice holding this state as you see and as you experience and sense that which is around you. Holding this state regardless of what is moving around you, and allow yourself to see and experience the world through a clean lens, the cleansed eye of your heart. And the more you do this, the cleaner that lens, that eye of your heart gets, so that you can experience the world and respond to the world from your state, your pure state of light and love and compassion that you carry inside of you, that is the core of your essence. Right, and with that, I want to open for our discussion time, and to do that, I'll end the recording. So for people listening to the recording, you're welcome to join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time for our Sunday morning prayer and healing circle of the Community for Conscious Living. You can find information for joining us at joyfullylivingwellness.com, joyfullylivingwellness.com. You'll see a link there for the prayer and healing circle. Click that and you'll find the information on how to join, the number to call in, or the button to push to listen online. While you're there, you can also pick up your copy of the 10 Spiritual Principles of Your Human Existence to help you to get a one-sheet reminder of the truth of who and what you are, something you can print out multiple copies and post around your home, your car, your purse, your wallet, your mirror, your refrigerator door, your pantry door, your computer, whatever it is where you'll see it often, and remind yourself of the truth of who and what you are. There are way many things in this world that tell us otherwise, so we can make life a little easier for ourselves by bombarding us with messages of truth to offset the bombardment of the messages of the not so true that take us away from truth. And it all is what is in our life on planet Earth, right? So, all right, with that, I'll end the recording and open for the Q&A. Thank you very much for being with us today.